yeah, without a doubt, the strings, the orchestral stuff is way more difficult than just a simple acoustic track. Well, as the songs create themselves, I start with one basic track, whether it's on the guitar, the piano. I write mostly with those two instruments, although I have written a few things with just rhythm itself or a keyboard sound of some sort. So once I get the melody down and I fill in the basics of the rhythm, the bass, a couple of acoustic guitars or something, then I can just sit and create, and I listen to the song a few times and just start to play with different sounds and orchestrate around it. That's, to me, is one of the most fun parts of what I do. And I just sit there and put some strings over it, and then I have counter harmonies. And anything with that sounds like a full orchestra is a lot of work because you have to take all the tracks separately. You have to put the French horns here and the strings here and the higher violins and the bass violins and all the different things together. Then you have to have the timpanis and the flutes and all that different stuff. And to me, it's so much fun, so difficult, but challenging. And of course, one of my role models was George Martin from the Beatles, as everybody knows how he orchestrated a lot of the string stuff for the Beatles. I love Howard Shore from The Lord of the Rings, and I had the pleasure of seeing him live perform the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. And I've always loved Basil Poulidor's from Conan the Barbarian. That, to me, is the best soundtrack ever created for any movie. Anyone like that, Jerry Goldsmith, you name it, John Williams, of course. They're all masters. James Horner, my gosh, from the Star Trek movies, or Krull, or any of those types of awesome soundtracks. I can't get enough of listening to that stuff. And I strive to be like these men. Of course, I'll never, ever be anything like them, but I do have a few orchestral pieces that I'm quite proud of that I would love to have had someone take and write down and recreate with a real orchestra. That, to me, would be one of my dreams. I may do that one day. I may seek out someone who can transpose the music and write it down and have an actual local orchestra play it. I would love to hear that. That would be probably my top thing on my bucket list, to have one of my songs played by a large orchestra, just to see how it sounded and how someone could reinterpret it.